Hey, it's Risa. Today I'm going to make some banana nut bread. Now I don't know about you, but I'm ready for fall. I'm ready for everything that fall brings with it. The fall weather, the fall colors, the fall baking. We really enjoy this time of the year. So over the next few weeks, I'm going to be doing some videos of some of our favorite dishes that we have this time of the year, and leading up to Thanksgiving, some of our favorites I'll share with you. So let's get started. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is cream the butter and the sugar together. You want your butter to be soft. Now I typically don't leave mine sitting out ahead of time, for certain recipes. I'll just pop it in the microwave and get it soft. You can do either one. Okay, I think we're ready. So next we'll add the vanilla and the eggs and mix that up. Okay. And you'll want to stop it and scrape the sides of your bowl. Okay, that should be good enough. Now we're going to add the bananas. Now I used 4 bananas, and you want bananas that are ripe. Personally, I like mine just right, not overly ripe. That's just my preference. You may like yours to be extra ripe. And we'll just stir that in on low. All right, we'll scrape it, scrape the sides. Okay, now we're going to stir in the flour. Put it on the stir speed. And after just a few seconds, you want to scrape the sides and go ahead and get that mixed in. All right, and we'll scrape it one more time. This is so good. We really enjoy banana nut bread, especially with a cup of coffee. Okay, now we'll stir in the nuts. Now this is probably a heaping cup of chopped pecans. I'm gonna put them all in there. I'm gonna save a few to garnish with. All right, we'll stir these in. You're gonna love this. Let me grab my pans. So I have my loaf pans. It takes 2. This recipe will fill up 2 loaf pans, and I just lightly sprayed them. So let's go ahead and pour this up. Now I cook this on 350 and it takes about 50 minutes, give or take a little while. I mean, you want to check it before the 50 minutes, but it's usually going to take close to it. You want to divide it evenly between the 2 pans. Now I don't always put icing on mine, but I think I am going to put icing on these, and we'll make that while these are cooking. Okay, I've got the batter in here. Now Typically what I do is I'll tap the pans on the counter a few times to get out any air bubbles that might be in there. Okay, so we'll pop them in the oven and we'll check on them in probably about 45 minutes. We'll start checking on them. Okay, so while the bread is baking, we're gonna go ahead and mix up the icing. I'm gonna use cream cheese icing this time. You can use buttercream, or if you just want to use a glaze, whatever you prefer. I'm going to do the cream cheese. I got my handheld out for this. Now, just a tip, put the beaters in before you plug it in case your finger hits the switch while you're doing that. You don't want it to come on. You'll end up with broken fingers. So let's put these in before we plug in the mixer. Okay, so we'll cream our butter and cream cheese first. And this is 1 stick of butter and 1 block of cream cheese. Okay, now we'll add the vanilla. This is 1 teaspoon of vanilla. We'll pour that in. And then after we get this mixed in, I'll add my powdered sugar. Now, I don't typically sift my flour or powdered sugar, but for this I did because I want the icing to be really smooth. So if you don't have a sifter, you can just pour it through a strainer. That works really well. So. Okay, we're gonna add a little bit of this in at the time. If not, then I'm gonna be in a dust cloud of powdered sugar. It's gonna be yummy. Okay, so if it's a little thick, that's what the cream is for. This is heavy cream. So you don't want to just automatically add the whole thing. You want to add it as needed. It doesn't take much for it to thin it out. And I really don't need much, so I'm going to just pour a little bit to start with. I think I'm going to add just a little bit more. Not much. Okay, you always want to taste your icing to make sure it's the way you like it. You may end up wanting to add a little more powdered sugar, or you may want to add more vanilla, but make sure you taste it to see if it's the way you like it. That's pretty good. Okay, so we'll let this sit here until the bread comes out, and once the bread cools just a little bit, then we'll pipe the icing on there. Okay, so it's been about 50 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and check them. I think they're done. We'll go ahead and get them out. Yes, they're done. I'm gonna set them on this wire rack because I like some air to get under it. It'll help them to cool a little quicker. All right, we're gonna let them cool a few minutes. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and dump these and put them on the plate. We're gonna see how this goes. It's really good. Let's get the other one. Doesn't that look good? Okay, so when they cool a little bit longer, then we'll put the icing on them. Okay, I think it's cool enough for me to go ahead and pipe the icing on there. You can put as little or as much as you want. This being cream cheese icing, it's a lot thicker, so. All right, we're gonna garnish it with some of the leftover chopped pecans. Just put a few on there. Okay, y'all, so now we're gonna cut into it and see what we got. This looks really good. Ooh, still warm. I'm gonna have to get a cup of coffee. Okay, I'm about to enjoy a piece of this, but I appreciate you watching, and if you will, go onto my channel and subscribe, and I'd love to hear from you. If you try any of my recipes, I would love to hear from you and let me know how they turn out. Hope you enjoy.